What's going on, everyone? This is RFBM, Raising the Financial Bar with Mar. And I just wanted to do a quick video, pretty much having a recap of my mid-year check-in. So I went on live. Only 2 or 3 people hopped in, but it's all good. I just wanted to make a comprehensive video of everything that I was discussing. Side note, special shout out to Debt Free Dad. He gives out a lot of great content, and I really appreciate him because he was the only person essentially that was there throughout the entire live stream. But yeah, circling back to this mid-year check-in, we have 6 months left essentially, and I challenge every one of you guys to be as efficient and productive, effective as possible as we close on the second half of the year. With all that being said, you want to develop a plan. If you don't have a plan for the last 6 months of this year, you're already setting yourself up for forthcoming problems. Strategize. What is going to take it for me to get from A to B, or B to C, or C to D, so on and so forth? Personally, I write everything down on my iPhone notes just because it gives me a better idea and keeps me remembering every single thing that I'm going to handle, how I'm going to handle it, and when I'm going to. Developing a plan is essentially strategizing. And some of the most successful people are organized, have a plan, have a strategy of how they're going to take part in completing all of their goals. Aside from developing a plan for the rest of this year, you want to go ahead and review all your purchases, so all your expenses. It sounds cliche, but it's one of the most integral parts of you being as successful as possible the rest of 2022. The most effective way to do this is to either download all of your bank statements from your credit card and banking accounts as a PDF and or printing them out, and at that point reviewing on a month-to-month basis with an highlighter all of the questionable transactions and even color coding the transactions that you make that are necessary. With inflation continuing to steadily rise, with income remaining the same throughout the country, it's best that you try to cut out as much miscellaneous expenses that you do not need. Like, for real, life is getting serious. I recently read this article on the Washington Post where this lady went from $100,000 a year as a project manager to homeless. This stuff is serious. So of course there's not much you can do as far as it relates to controlling your housing expenses, because if that's what the area's rent is, that's just what it is. And if you're locked into a mortgage and you don't have any income, I can understand why you might fall back as well. Or anything outside of that that you have any control on, please cut the expenses. They even have different apps that track your expenses and create budgets for you. So look into that if you can. You'd be surprised the things that you'd find by just doing a simple Google search when it comes to things like a budgeting app. That gives you a breakdown of the different types of things that you're spending on and the different types of tips for you to save money as well. Honestly, tools like this are life-changing, and you may think, how do you think of this type of stuff? All it takes is a simple Google search, which leads me to me segueing into one of the last things I want you to look into, and that's doing your research and educating yourself. Educate yourself. Question everything. Challenge everything, no matter whose mouth it's coming from. You get rewarded with the results of the work you put in once you absorb knowledge and you apply that knowledge and research that you've absorbed. You get punished when you try to look for the easy way out, the shortcut, but you get rewarded when you put in that grind, when you put in that work. I've been reading a lot of books lately and taking advantage of the extra time that I have to try to propel the skills that I currently have and add more skills to my repertoire. Like I tell my siblings, knowledge is power. Power is assets. The internet is currency. You make it happen, you put in the work, you do your research, you get to where you need to be. I'm optimistic, but I'm also a pessimist as well. I tell you what, baby steps is better than no steps. For those who celebrate it, have a happy July 4th. As always, I appreciate the support. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. And once again, this is RFBM, Raising the Financial Bar with Mar. Peace, love, blessings. Take care. Take care of yourself.
Our own mind has to be changed. We have to change our mind about ourselves.
But this world is such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like taught that from school.
I don't come to bow, you know. I come to conquer.